And I think building, like you say, you have over 100,000 people already play the game, and they give you feedback, and you listen to that. So you do correction, you upgrade the game. So that's amazing. Now, tell me, how big is your team? Like how many developers have for the gaming? That's the first thing. Second thing, tell me more about the most important question is what will be like the liquidity, a little bit more for the tokenomics, because people don't, what they ask me, Phil, is the price going to tank to zero after it's listed because everybody minting tokens? So I'm asking you the same. We don't know what will be the price. I'm not sure if you know what will be the price. Probably, even if you know, probably you don't share the listing price. But what will be the liquidity provided? Because they're all afraid the price can go very, very low very soon, or that's not the case. Like, how are you going to protect the price so the people just doesn't drop the price?
Yeah. So we have over 150 engineers and designers, and people are working on this game. So that's the reason we raised so much money.
Wait, 150?
Yeah, 150 people. Yeah.
You're working on the
game. Yeah. Sorry.
So you said you have 150 engineering working on the game in the project.
Yeah. Including some like designers, back-end engineers, front-end engineers, and for like 3D assets, and for like in total like 150 people.
How do you pay them?
Yeah, because we raised a lot of money from the VCs previously. Yeah.
I think you raised over 20 million, if I'm not mistaken.
Actually, the parent company RCTAI and Delysium raised over like $14 million US.
So you are loaded up with money to keep going with this project, basically. You're not here just for a day. You're here for a long time.
Yeah, because we have raised so much money. If we want to make a rug pool, why bother? Spending so much time and raising so much money from credit. People of high credit, and hiring so many people. So why bother? Doing so many things if I want to create a rug pool, right? So I want to seriously deliver some like interesting things to the world. Probably gaming is part of them, but remember that we are also an AI company, so AI always in our mind, and AI, it is very important. I always believe that AI and the crypto will be the matters of like most of significance in the next 100 years. So our mission always combining the AI and crypto. Crypto is important, gaming is important, but don't forget about AI. We are very, very serious about AI. So as I mentioned before, that actually we built this company prior to building this game, and we spent like nearly 3 years to develop our AI technology. And you can check the website rct.ai to everybody that it is a company that providing this kind of solution that are making the NPCs in games more dynamic and then personalized. Every time you play the game, the conversation, the experience will be different. So you can co-compose a narrative with the NPCs, and they are basically living the world. So basically speaking, that we are not only building a game, we are building an AI-powered virtual society. You have to understand that our slogan is that building AI-powered virtual society. If we only want to build a game, actually the world is not, need another good game, because you can check on the Epic Game Store and the Steam for a lot of good games. But we are actually building a virtual society, and virtual beings and NPCs, probably we should not call them NPCs. So AI lives in the world that with you, and it's gonna be a massive and interesting and dynamic virtual life and world for everybody.
I think what you're talking right now for me is like science fiction. It's so crazy, it's like AI, and the AI blow up in the last 2 months, and you've been working on AI for the last 3 years.
4 years.
4 years, game plus AI. So you're combining everything together. This is, I think I need to buy more notes. Now listen. Okay. So let's talk about let's go back to the token. So the token going to come, let's say in the next, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 weeks time, probably in April, I believe. So we'll be listed on Bybit, I know, will be over there. And then you said a few centralized exchanges. Of course, you don't name because you're still negotiating, or of course, it's not good to be named. What will be the token release? The first, and then how often how many tokens there will be in the circulation, and how many tokens there will be released, like daily, weekly, monthly, like what's the plan for the vesting period?
Yeah, this is very, very important. I hope everybody can remember this, and if possible, that tell everybody in the community that we are very hard on our investors. I mean, those VCs, institutional investors. We are very, we prefer to care about our community and individual investors and contributors more than the institutional investors. So here's why. So normally speaking, a normal project, the VCs and the team normally will unlock 10% or 15% of the TGE of their total token, right? But for us, no matter whether they are a first round investor, the second round investors, the percentage of unlocking token at TGE is 0. So only after 6 months, the second round investors start to unlock their tokens. And for the first round investors, until 12 months later, and they start to generating tokens from their pool. So in the first 6 months, all the circulating supply will all for the community. No token for no unlocking token for the team, no unlocking token for the institutional investors. All the token will be owned by the community.
Okay, that's very important to know. That's very important. Okay, so that's good. And that's for the first 6 months. And how many tokens there will be in total? Are you going to, do you have unlimited numbers of tokens? It will be unlimited? Like what's the number?
Yeah, the total token is limited. So the total token number is 3 billion AGI.
3 for both billion.
3 billion. Yeah, the total number of 3 billion.
Okay, that's fine. And what will be the first number in the circulation? Do we know? There will be how many millions will be the first, or what will be the percentage? I believe.
So according to my calculation, but it will vary if we select the different times to. It will vary according to different times we list the token. So around we will do 1% airdrop for our community. And besides the airdrop, the DMA holders receive AGI token daily. So we probably only have 3% of the total amount of tokens circulating in the markets when we list our token.
Okay, and so we'll be around 3%, and you have enough money to put the liquidity, so that's very important. Do we know how often you'll be there will be token vested to go into the circulation? Let's say, example, I think it was Immutable X, if I'm not mistaken. They have 700 tokens every day. They go into circulation for the next, I don't know, 1-2 years. I think it was this one, if I'm not mistaken. So what will be the number daily or weekly? I know there are 700 tokens distributed for the DMA holders every day, but the number going to go on half next year, and after that it will be on half and half and half, every year, correct?
Yeah. So So we actually will make it public to everybody can check the vesting schedules of all investors and the team. So in general, after 6 months, the strategic investors, like a second round investors, will start to vest their token. And one in this month 7 probably will generate like around 8 million tokens, like every month. And for the private sale investors, they will start to generate tokens since like month 13, and every quarter you're gonna release like around 37 million tokens every quarter. So all the information you can be checked. It can be checked online, and you can check it all the vesting schedules of different kinds of investors and team.
Okay, yeah, that's great. Okay, let's move on. So, just to tell everybody who joined a little bit later, I have OX, Ore, Alan, Jason, Conrad. Thank you so much who joined again. Thank you for everybody. We have AMA with Delysium. This AMA will be probably there will be 3 parts of video on YouTube every day. I'll put part 1, part 2, and part 3 because it's not to take all in once, and I prefer for the people to understand this is a serious stuff. It's not a joke. So next thing, a lot of people ask me, hey, where we can find this team? Are there docs? Are there KYC? Do they use the real names and all that stuff? So where the people can find you do you use the real names? Are you docs and all that stuff?
You're asking me that you want my real name or what?
Yeah. Like I think if they come on Discord, or you have in link, where the people can find who you are, like pictures, face. I know you're doing like live stream. You did it with Formulation. People can see who you are, but can the people see like the majority of the team who they are? Like that's why earlier I asked you if you have anything on the first website, so I can show on the screen share. But I cannot see. So you mentioned that people can find you on Discord, correct?
Yeah. You can check it out.
And you are using the real names there or not real names?
Sorry.
So if the people want to find like who is you, like are you using your real name?
Yes, my real name is the name for like the Telegram. You can click it on LinkedIn, find my previous experience clearly, and you can use the name we introduced our colleagues in Discord, and you can easily find them in LinkedIn, and they're all our real name. So I don't even use that English name. I use my Chinese name, which is my legal name in Telegram. So everyone knows who is me, and you click on my profile photo, you can see my real pictures from I was surfing on the sea, and you can check my real pictures. Yeah.
That's amazing. Now, okay, my friend, XA, you have so much knowledge. That's so nice to hear, and it's so nice to have different project here, because as I told you from the beginning, we're used to like miners, like ROI dApps, and we make some money and we get out, but we all want something to be sustainable. We don't want something to come and go. We want something to make some money, to play the game, because a lot of people love to play the game, love AI now. It's crazy. Now, can you explain me a little bit more about what's the future now? Because you are the first AI with Web3, and that's crazy. You can tell Lucy, hey, Lucy, send me tokens to I don't know, to Peter, and this is the address, and she will send you. Just need to confirm. That's sick. That's crazy. Nobody can imagine this. What's the next plan for Lucy? Like, what are you going to do? Like, what's the next plan? I know it's more on Ethereum. Do you come into Binance chain and all that stuff? And also, by the way, the token is going to be on Ethereum chain, or I'm mistaken?
So the key features in the future for Lucy, I think it is very important, because remember, again, we are not only building a game, we're building AI-powered virtual society, which AI-powered you can call it virtual assistant or the virtual operating system or any gateway for onboarding next billions of users is very crucial, because the problem is not only cannot only solved by a good game, which it is also very important, but acquiring more users, improving their experience is also very important. So using AI to solve the problem is the way that we go. So in the future, you can use Lucy to like do a lot of things. It will be very powerful because basically, blockchain is an open database, so you can use the data blockchain like permissionlessly. So because of this kind of like feature of blockchain, we can use them to build a unified interface for everybody, so that we can reduce the barriers of everybody using different kinds of protocols. So in details, so what can you do in the future with like Lucy? First, I'll give you some examples. First, compose your trading strategy, and you can use like plain natural language to describe your needs of like your trading strategy. Just like, can you buy me 25 like a BNB every $100 increase in the price of like BNB between like $200 to like $500. You just need to describe your need to Lucy simply, and it will convert the need into code and execute it on chain. So basically, all those who cannot write codes can compose their trading strategy without like asking other coders to help. You can check your on-chain asset, you check your on-chain information conveniently. Nowadays, people use like Doom Analytics or Genesis or other products to check on-chain assets, and dashboard is very unfriendly for normal users. So we're building a kind of like natural language-based interface. You can use your plain natural language to describe the data, the on-chain data, the on-chain information you want to know, and Lucy will present the information to you in a very easy to read, easy to digest way. And also we'll do some like, can you help me use my like BAYC or any other NFTs in BendDAO and use the money that I borrowed from BendDAO and then stake them in Lido and use the STETH to do some trading in GMX. So you just use like a plain natural language to describe the needs of like a trading across different platform and protocol, and Lucy can help you execute it like in a very simple way. You don't need to write codes. All you need to do is describe your needs, and even Lucy can execute across different protocols and product.
Okay. That sounds amazing. Lucy. It's badass. I guess it's going to evolve so much with time. This will be crazy. A lot of people ask me how you can earn free tokens by using Lucy at this stage.